Okay, so we have learned how we can find the other sides of the triangle if we know the angles and one of the sides, but we only know how to do that when there's specific numbers like 45, 45, and 90, and 30, 60, and 90. Well, angles are not always those nice numbers, so we have to learn another way that we could do it when they're different numbers. So that's why we're learning trigonometry. So that is the relationship between angles and sides in a triangle. Okay, so the first thing you have to be able to do is you have to label a triangle correctly. If you can't label the triangle, it's just like in Pythagorean theorem. If you can't label it, then you can't use a squared plus b squared equals c squared. So we've labeled a, b, and c before, but now since we're using trigonometry, we're going to use different things to label. So the first thing we're going to label is this little circle with the line through it. That's called theta. That's a Greek letter. And we use theta to be the angle in the right triangle, like our 30 or our 60 or our 45 and our 45. But it is never the right angle. It's never our 90-degree angle because, like, we know what that is. So our theta, you're going to put in one of the other corners. Now, since this is not a real question, I'm just labeling, I'm going to put theta in the corner down here. In all of the questions you're going to do, there's either going to be a number or an X or a theta in one of the corners, so you're not going to have to try to, like, pick which corner it goes in. And then, so that goes in one of the corners. On the sides, we're going to put the letters H, A, and O, and they mean specific things. So here we go. H is going to stand for the hypotenuse, which we've heard hypotenuse before. We know that's the side across from our right angle, our 90-degree angle. It's where we had been putting C for Pythagorean theorem, but now it's across from 90. So that means this is H, our hypotenuse. Okay. Now, when we were doing Pythagorean theorem, it didn't matter. Like, our other two sides were A and B, and we said, oh, it doesn't matter which one is which. Well, now it matters. Okay. So our other two sides are A and O. A stands for adjacent. And your adjacent side is going to be the side between the 90-degree angle and the theta angle. So if I look in my picture over here, here's theta. Here's 90. The side in between that's going to be A. So I label that side A, adjacent. And our last side we have to label is O. That stands for opposite. Okay, and that's going to be the side across from theta, opposite of theta. Now, I always label H and A first, so that means, well, whichever side is left that I do not have a label on, that's O. And we see that it's across from our theta. Okay, so you're going to go through and you're going to label the first 6 questions just like this. The theta's in the picture, and you're going to label H, A, and O in the picture.